detonate, and it will probably blow his arms off. Now he's going to take our next tool called the wet swab, which is a big dirty sponge on a stick, and he's going to get it wet and run it down the bore of the cannon. This puts out embers in two ways. One, the water will stop any embers from being hot, and secondly, the air is all pushed out of the cannon, which means that there's no air for the embers to burn, which means it should be pretty safe. That thump means I held my thumb over this properly at the end here. Good job, me. I'm so awesome. And now I still need that. I lied. And now it's safe to load the charge. So he's got the charge there, which is about 4 ounces of gunpowder, and he just places it in the end there, and he's going to push it down to this end with the ramrod, which is on the other end of the wet swab. Once it's securely in place at this end of the cannon, we can go ahead and roll the cannon up to the gun wall and get priming it for you. Now, the next step in priming the cannon, we have to prime it, because right now we just have a cannon full of gunpowder and no way to fire it. So, he's taking what is called a gimlet, which is a brass pick, and he uses it to puncture a hole in that charge that's inside the cannon. This means that when we do set it off, the fire will actually reach the charge and everything will burn. He's now going to take a friction primer, which is a small brass tube full of finely ground gunpowder, with a compound called fulminated mercury at the end of it. Fulminated mercury is very friction sensitive, so when I pull this attached pin, it catches on fire, which catches the gunpowder here on fire, which catches the gunpowder in there on fire, and sets off the cannon. So, at this point, you can either get out your camera or recover your ears, whatever's more important to you. But that leaves only 2 things left to say before we fire the cannon. And they are ready! Fire! Yay! That was our salute shot to welcome you all up here at Fort Mackinac today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me or any of the other soldiers wearing a blue uniform. But there will be 2 short walking tours taking place just down on the corner.